How should I think about troubleshooting an insufficient funds error message when I do have enough in my account? This comes up every now and then where um, there's some sort of issue where that error message is coming up. The user thinks, hey, no, I have this balance here, but that's not the case. Could you run through me one or two scenarios where you might get that message even though you think you have the funds in your account?
It's usually a margin problem. It's usually in the context of a futures account or an options account, and a misunderstanding about what the notional size of those positions are and whether you have enough margin to cover the position. So in the option scenario, I might want to trade, let's say, SPY options that cost $2.12 at the current, like the current premium is $2.12. But it's not just $2.12. It's $2.12 multiplied by 100 shares. So the actual cost of that contract ends up being $212. Well, if I have a $100 account, the broker is not going to allow me to access $212 of notional value with $100 in the account. Similar thing with futures. The margin requirement to open a position might be $1,700, but the notional size is well above my margin requirements. Or let's say I add 2 or 3 contracts to the account, I'm going to bump up against that margin requirement pretty quickly, and that'll cause my account to get liquidated or the order to be rejected. It's the same thing with stocks too. If you're trying to buy too many shares in the account, obviously you'll run up against that error. I'm not sure which scenario this one occurred under. It would be easier to answer the question if we knew the exact scenario, but the most common one that I see is options.
I understand. Okay. Yeah. So I forgot to note the specific case for that. Just also to remember that the error messages that show up inside the dashboard, there's often a more info button at the top right next to the error message. And you click on that, gives you a molded box with plenty of more information to help you contextualize what's going on. And so be sure to click on the more info button just to get more in-depth view into an error.